I'm live. Woo, what's good with the YouTube and YouTube bust? It's your boy Triple Cup Chuck, and I'm up. And welcome to Up with a Cup in the Morning with Chuck, where I'm not responsible for the truth that you may or may not hear. This is synergy. Yeah, we in here. Man, it's been a minute. I'm feeling good because I had to refresh and shake back and do whoa, all that. See how fast I'm doing this type of stuff. Bam, back. But look, check this out. Man, they've been having so much information that just been boom, boom, boom. I know you be like, man, what's up with the Up in the Cup? Man, what's up with the Up in the Cup? So man, we just had to come back in here and like, yeah. And a lot of people, from what I'm hearing, don't even know about the situation with Ice Cube. Now they have a whole bunch of other situations that I wanted to talk about and discuss, and things that have been going on in the world that a lot of y'all might have not even heard or know, because I do a lot of dumpster diving, and once you go dumpster diving, you go from one topic to another topic till you find this jewel. You know what I'm saying? Like you going over there digging sand and stuff like that, you searching for treasure. So I end up running across sometimes some stuff to be like boom, like it be so crazy, so ridiculous, you wouldn't know what to call it. But like with Ice Cube is dropping politics back in the 90s, if you're an 80s baby, if you were the 80s or 70s or anything before, you know about Ice Cube and NWA and Dr. Dre and Easy E and how all of them used to be. And for him to come, and to be honest with you, if any of them, if I had to say back in those days, if any rapper that was doing something that I would have said that would have actually put a foot into the door, and it would have been Ice Cube. And the reason why I say that, because a lot of people weren't paying attention that much to Cube back in the days. They have some people that actually did, but they have a lot of people that just overlooked him. But if you actually, when he did his interviews and he was talking to people, this stuck with me. This stuck with me. Ice Cube said when he was a child, how his pops used to have him watch the news so he could stay informed of what's going on as a child. So when he was rapping, his rap lyrics was more about the stuff that's going on around him and stuff like that, and not just the stuff that's going on around him. He was doing stuff. Was good with it. Yeah, he was doing stuff that had to do with his community. So it was negative, but at the same time, you notice Ice Cube when in his rap lyrics, he sound more informed about the situations and the scenarios about what's going on in real life, and even in politics. He was saying names and doing stuff back in the 80s and the 90s that people in the 90s that people didn't even realize that was today's, concurrent of like, of ways of thinking. So when I listen to Cube, he said he came up with a policy to bring to government for the help, and in his words, the black people in the United States. Like he wanted to persist. See, Ice Cube is not, if you look at Cube when you talking, he out that face expression, he don't have that laugh and joke like me and playing stuff like me and him probably sit in the room. We'll get along because he like, man, Chuck to do here crazy, but he'll be looking like, but I be looking at, man, Cube, man, stop all that serious, man. You turn up, loosen up, it'd be more like that type of, relationship. But when I seen Cube, he like a person that be like, no doubt. I mean, like he has no, he don't go left or go right. When he say something, bam, he gonna tell you exactly what he means, exactly what's on his mind. If you don't like how he feel, he don't give a fuck. That's his opinion. He gonna stick to it, right? He got that mentality. Now, when I seen they was talking about Ice Cube and how he you went met with Donald J. Trump, but why you didn't go meet with Joe Biden? You promoting Donald Trump, and then when I heard Cube answer, I didn't hear from nobody else, and nobody gave me their opinion. This is one of the situations where I didn't go on YouTube and hear what other people had to say first. I heard it from Ice Cube mouth, and he was talking to the CNN reporter. The dude, he playing some movies as well, but he's a news anchor. I can't think of his name at the moment. He had a blonde white hair, like the jet white hair, white dude. He looked like, if you ever seen Lovecraft, he looked like old girl who transformed to old boy. But I can't think of his name, but that's neither here nor there. So boom, him and Cube he had a report about, he was asking Cube like, why would you do this here with Trump and stuff like that? That's when Cube said, look, I'm a real nigga. He ain't used those words, but that's his mentality. And when I seen that, it was like, it's a mentality that he had. It's like, I don't give no fucks, basically. Like whatever he got, that's what he had. And he was saying, this is how I feel. He said, I don't care about no Democrat. or no Republican. Neither one of the parties is doing, is not, I don't care. I'm going for my people, right? And when he said that, I was listening, I was like, you know what? Now, I have a similar mindset. Like I said, just because I'm not voting for Trump, that don't mean I'm voting for Biden. The election is less than 7 days away. So I'm still under the same opinion, right? And the only thing that I said was, I don't care what the news reporter says and what people are saying. I'm gonna be truthful to myself. I don't care if Trump is a racist, because a lot of them probably racist and do other racist stuff. Some of the people, the boss people that you work for yourself might be racist, and what can you really do about that part of it at the moment? That part, I get it. That's not to say Biden is not the same thing. What I see with Biden, the only thing that's different in my eyes, what I see between Joe Biden and Donald Trump is more of flashy, look at me, I'm doing this here person. And Biden is more of a, you know what I'm saying, smooth, straight, polished person. With the way he do stuff, you will never know what he doing over here because he got this here so smooth and so strict. This all you can see. So all this stuff that's going on over here, you'll never know because he's a politician. All the stuff they were saying. And then Donald Trump kind of, man, stop all that politician talk. People is, when Trump made this here, people talking about how stupid Trump is, I'm like, he is. But when he made certain, like I said, digging for jokes, when he said, people are tired of hearing that politician talk, like trying to appeal to, oh, if you the family, man, everybody know that. Well, I could go up there and say something like that, like, I will appeal to this person, heartfelt stuff. So when Trump said that, I said, I'm glad he did that because I'm sick of that. I want to hear some. I'm tired of hearing him saying, well, Donald Trump did this, Donald Trump did that. And Donald Trump saying, well, we did this. I don't see, my whole thing is when they go on these stages, they could talk about that type of stuff on their YouTube channels and stuff. But when they go on these stages, only thing I'm looking for is a solution, right? When I hear Trump or Biden get up there and just point the fingers at saying, look what they doing, that for me is cut off. Because I've never been that person in real life. Like if a person was talking noise about me, let's say Billy Joe Bob was saying something about Triple Cup Chuck, and then Tim Joe Harris come say Triple Cup Chuck, Billy Joe Bob said that you reading off a script when you looking at the TV screen, and he said that you're a fraud, and you and whatever crazy scenario that y'all, and not you people that's watching right now, but just the internet in general could think of the most anything, and they could say, and know what I would tell them? Okay. Oh, okay, for sure. Or they might say, Triple Cup, he said you did this up, and I'd be like, oh, okay, for sure. That's what's up. You know, oh, he did? Yeah. But I never would say, oh, no, I didn't. I ain't do this here. I was doing such and such, such and such. Because you know what? I don't have that point to prove, right? So if I don't have that point to prove to this person about that person, you get the jail for why I feel like that. But let's jump back into Q, because I was going left, but this is our thing, man. We got to get to know each other as well at the same time. So Q, right? So I'm in the Q saying, look, I went to Joe Biden and Donald Trump. I came to them with my policy that's going to help my people. This is what I want to do. I don't care about Democrat or Republican, point blank. I went to Joe Biden. He said he wanted to meet with me after the election. Trump people said, come on, what you think I'm going to do? I'm trying to help my people now. I don't care about politics and who's going to be president, because if it ain't helping our people, it does not matter. So now Biden people are like, oh, shit, we already got we trying to scrap for the black vote. So they sent a black. See, now this is the reason why I'm really going in on this. And I find some of the clips so I can show y'all. But they had a black person, right? That was a part of Biden campaign. And when I seen him, I already, boom, his face. See, a lot of people don't realize. You can say what you want to say, but your face and all this here, this right here, and when you move in your body language, you can't lie about that. Your face, you can't lie about that. So your war rooms, the stuff that you've been through, your life experiences, it shows on your face. So when I seen his face, you know what I said? I don't want to call him a term, but I'm gonna use Chauncey. Chauncey, right? I'm gonna call him a Chauncey. Everybody know him at your job site. You have a Chauncey at a job site. It's one of them ratting, gonna do this here. The boss man, he gonna go tell everybody to the boss man, thinking, sucking up to the boss man, kissing ass. I call him a Chauncey, right? So when I see a Chauncey, I be looking like, man, I know your type. So when I'm gonna bring up the clip. So the dude was talking about Cuban. He was on Biden's team defending Biden, right? He first and foremost, I understand what he had to come in with. He came straight in out the gate with something like, hey, is that too much light? But he came straight out the gate with yeah, I appreciate what Ice Cube is doing and how he's trying to get involved into politics and how black people this. I said, no, it's starting to sound like. Let me know if you heard this statement right here. No disrespect, but now this person about to tell you the most disrespectful thing you ever heard. Or something, it might not be at her, but it's gonna be disrespectful. There's no way you can say no disrespect and not say something that's not disrespectful. You get what I'm saying? So when he did all that, my first thought was, this is what old boy is about to do, right? He's about to compliment Cube about Black Lives Matter type stuff. So he'll try to make the older black people like, oh, he got black people in heart and stuff like that. He's understanding that Cube and then because this is a new generation. Let's not talk about how people used to be. This is the 21st century, 2020. Okay, older people now know who Ice Cube is and what he did, and they probably was right there with it saying, yeah. But when they seen that, like, well, yeah, Ice Cube, he's a rapper, he make movies and stuff like that. Matter of fact, he's just an entertainer. So his opinion and he's good, but these are professionals. I wouldn't see one of these professional politicians come in here and try to rap and say they can out rap Ice Cube. That's a professional rapper. Older people that think like that. And I'm sitting up there like, yeah, here you go right now. Here you go. So the dude got to talking like, well, yeah, but it's his policy. He was grown to me, but it was a bare bone project that only had the dialect and the lingo wasn't correct, and it had a lot of work to be done on it. And he got to give us a good gesture, but he knows he needs to stick to the music industry and let the professionals do this. And we were gonna take a look at it, but it was such bare bones that we had these situations. See, he didn't want to say, we just pushed it to the side, like, man, whatever you got to say. And then when it catch on fire, then it might have actually been worth something that you should have been paying attention to the black communities. You got to think about a lot of the stuff that y'all doing that y'all don't realize. Y'all don't understand like why we relate to some of these entertainers, because a lot of us was not just raised by entertainers, but what I mean by that is they was always there in our lives. So a lot of us know who these people are personally, like family, even though we don't know them personally, but we have an idea of who they are personally. So when they have their opinion, we know where it's coming from, right? We know exactly where it's going. So when I heard him talking about that, then it was like, well, this and that, why he wanted to go over there to Trump, and he's a Trump supporter now. And Cube came like, he's not a Trump supporter, he's not a Biden supporter. He said, man, he needs to say, man, I don't give a fuck about none of that. Pull out all that. Y'all can keep that. I'm trying to do what's best for our people. So when I seen that, that made me say, man, you know what? I'm gonna start up with the cup. The first 13 minutes of the show, we're gonna keep it about Cube, nothing but Cube. Matter of fact, I'm about to go on here right quick and pull up some Ice Cube. I got to show y'all some footage. So because this shit is so crazy, I can't make it up, right? It's so crazy, I can't make it up. So what I'm gonna do is this part of the show, I'm gonna call it Jacking for Topics, and that's basically me just gonna be showing like people opinions and what they saying. I'm gonna clip back and forth and what they have to say about Ice Cube, and I'm gonna take like the left people and the right people. So it ain't gonna be just no, me personally, I'm just the person with the cup. But it ain't gonna work. But at that moment it did. But like I said though, that's how Jacking for Topics go. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing something somebody else can't do because I don't know if you're supposed to be doing this here. But until I be telling different, we're not gonna be asking for forgiveness. I mean, we're not gonna be asking for permission. We just gonna be asking for forgiveness. Y'all know how that saying go when it comes to Jacking for Topics. But right here. I'm gonna go ahead and put up some cute stuff right as we speak, and y'all know I got a slight delay. Then I got a drink too. I've been waiting. My cup probably cold. Let me see. It's still warm enough where we can keep this thing going until I gotta go pull up. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I might need to give me a super coffee or a little small coffee pot that I can have right here.
Rapper Ice Cube now breaking his silence on why.
But I don't like that noise that the coffee pots make while you know what I'm saying. If I'm going live and the thing goes shh, 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 whatever that noise, the coffee noise when it's making that now be then like the best part of waking up, that part there. But I digress. Let's get into this here. Now, I don't know if he left or right. I just kind of went to the first thing smoking for the time being. So I'm gonna skip through and let me make sure everything good because I got to get in here too, man. This is amazingly crazy. So, but anyway, though, let's see what he got to say about Ice Cube, the rapper. Break his silence about.
He decided to work with the Trump administration. We're going to give you the details in a moment. Before we do, if this is your first time watching, I want to welcome you and invite you to join the over 1.82 million people who call Next News their home for conservative news and opinion by tapping the red subscription button down below. Just make sure you hit that notification bell when you do. This story from Tom Wood at 100% Fed Up. He reports it on Fox News over the weekend, Fox News Sunday with Chris Wallace. The news host interviewed rapper Ice Cube and his concerns over Black America today. The rapper wanted to sit down and talk with the Biden administration, but apparently they wanted to talk with him after the election. However, the Trump administration was more than willing to speak with him. Watch.
Over the summer, Cube released a contract with Black America, calling for reforms to close the opportunity gap in this country.
Descendants of...
Right. Okay. Exactly what his contract is basically... To sum it up, it'll be more like, you know, I'm from the South of the country. Your 40 acres and a mule in the 21st century by the population of Black people have been spread it around and how to just make it balanced again. It's kind of like, because see, I think about it the same way. If we can make the playing field balanced, people got this thing of scarcity mindset. If you got a scarcity mindset, that must mean that you think the world flat, right? And all the reason why I say that is because you think that our resources is just limited to this flat plane, right? So I can understand. So if you feel like that, that must mean you think that the world flat. If you think it's a globe that we can explore into other, if you watch Star Wars, Star Trek, and you think that it's possible somewhere in the future, the only thing that means is we just got to have the right person, the right genetic DNA mixture, and at the right time of a person and with the right combination of people to be able to create something, because it's not impossible to be able to go other places and be able to space form, where you go to other spaces and get minerals that we probably don't even know, or then be able to colonize and build stuff. So being that scarcity mindset of overpopulation, that should change, because we should be able to try to, let's say, if they got so many Goldilocks zones that we could be actually trying to do different things, or even, it don't even matter what we try. Let's just try something, or they scared that everything gonna blow up. But I can understand if they haven't done all the stuff they said. Man, I digress.
Of slaves, the ones who built this country are being kind of forgotten in the fray.
Cube brought his contract to the two presidential campaigns. The Biden camp said they wanted to sit down after the election. But President Trump's son-in-law and top advisor Jared Kushner met with him for 3 hours.
They listened, heard what I had to say, and pumped up their plan and presented it to the people on September, I believe, 24th.
We call it the Platinum Plan.
2 weeks ago, Cube praised the
Platinum Plan. Now, this is something I heard from, this was about 3 weeks ago, maybe. It was right before the Biden and Trump first debate. It was right around that time frame, right before that. A person, me and him was talking, and he says he's not a Trump supporter. He says he's not a Biden supporter. He feels like he's in the middle, but in actuality, he's more leaning toward being a Trump supporter than in the middle. But I digress about that. But he was telling me about the Trump Platinum Plan. He said, yeah, you need to check out that tomorrow. Well, Trump don't have nothing for Black people. You need to check out the Trump Platinum Plan. And in actuality, this is some of the stuff that should have been revealed a lot sooner. So Black people could have stopped on their brakes for a second, because they said, well, I understand what Trump, you might be this or you might be that. But everybody know one thing. Donald Trump got an ego. And in this ego, Donald Trump want to be known as the greatest. And the only way to be known as the greatest is how much stuff he accomplished. So if that's the case, I will say Donald Trump might actually do more than what people giving him credit for, but I ain't saying it's for the right reasons. You get what I'm saying? But he's doing stuff like he meet with Kanye West in his office. You know, he did it, but it might not be for the right reason. But you know he gonna do it because he a president that goes by a moral of he want to be the greatest. He want to be the Trump. You know, you get what I'm saying? So yeah. But let's continue for a moment.
President's Platinum Plan. to invest $500 billion in black communities.
Democrats, they got every black celebrity and shit on their team, so they just figure, tell Q to shut the fuck up and vote.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
Damn, he said,
okay, so
Q, shut the fuck up and vote.
Why would they want to wait
getting
till
too
after
light.
the election?
You're not black enough.
If they truly believe
that's what Biden said, you're not black enough,
the African-American vote, why not sit down with him and see what his plan is all about? Instead, they brushed him off, say, well, we'll talk to you after the election. President Trump, he has done so much for the black community. He said, okay, Ice Cube, let's sit down and talk. Yeah, that's just a bad move. Bad move. And the way, and especially how the Democrats like to manipulate celebrity. This would have been a perfect opportunity for them to unite with Ice Cube and they could present him as one of their supporters to try to get their vote. Now,
all right, now let me talk about him for a moment, right? Now, clearly, he's a Trump supporter, right? And he trying to go passionate to like the Democrats, y'all should have did this, y'all should have did that. Know what he should be saying? Y'all fucked up.
They say here recently, President Trump has also received support from the rapper 50 Cent, who endorsed the president over Biden's tax plan. The Biden plan, they write, could have.
All right. Now, 50 Cent, that's a whole different person, type of person. Matter of fact, let me say it that way. All right, 50 Cent is concerned only in one thing, and he only put 50% of that into that, and that is 50 Cent. He don't care about nobody else. If it benefit 50 Cent, he with it. He don't care nothing about nothing else. So, Q, I get his opinion more credit than 50 Cent, and then 50 Petty. He like to just do shit like this. He'll go up there tomorrow. I'm a Trump supporter just to talk shit, then turn around and just to do some opposite shit, just to like, oh yeah, then he may say fuck Trump. Nah, I voted for Biden the whole time, bitch. Or, that's just 50. I don't, some people you just know you got to watch them differently.
Have New York City taxpayers earning more than $400,000 paying a combined state and local income tax of over 60%. Comment below. We'll see you at the next report for the Next News Network. I'm Gary Franchi.
Yeah. Whatever he had to say, it was okay. It was okay, but I'm not going to say that. Nigga Q, today was a good day. Yay! Oh, I'm in here. Check me out. I mean, we doing some shits. All right. The Queen X Ice Cube. Matter of fact, let me see if I can. It's a way that now Willie D. I don't fool with Willie D. He was. Matter of fact, I would do the Breakfast Club, but I already know what they probably gonna do. Matter of fact, I'm gonna skim through it. Fuck it. This is my reaction to the Breakfast Club. This ain't the Breakfast Club. This old boy off the Breakfast Club.
It's so stupid.
Nope, don't want to hear y'all. Hey, I'm trying to find the perfect. So we got to find somebody. It was somebody I had seen, the CNN reporter, and this is the thing about on YouTube. I'm so used to doing it, and I like doing it on my phone because on him right here, bam. Oh, this ain't the one with the white hair. But they remind me of each other.
Ice Cube destroys Chris Cuomo about working with Donald Trump on CNN. Hi, welcome to JOA.
Shout out JOA. Hey, appreciate you for sharing the information and bringing the stuff. I ain't just see his channel, but he sounds like a person on the right note as well. So you know how I am. I don't do this for me. I do this for we. This is a whole man. Hell no. Lil Scrappy and Ice Cube. Oh, this the black dude right here, right? This the black dude right here. When I was telling you about, you see how she I'm with another hour. Yeah, you see how he dude, that is something serious. I just had, matter of fact, I had the interview. Give me 1 second. Let me find it on my phone because I'm way more faster on my phone than because see, right, what I really want to do is be able to just timestamp it, be like, if this is this something that we did in the last week, right? So I don't see all the old stuff about Ice Cube. You see what I'm saying? So today was a good day, was a good introduction of him. But let me see, I had put it up yesterday. I was on when I ran across it. Sorry about the technical difficulties. And I was going another thing too is the reason why I've been trying to get my fish tank. Y'all see that fish tank back there? I had to get dual things. I went it was a hot mess. I mean, literally, we had went through a whole bunch of shit because it was not pushing out the water, right? The water wasn't circulating. So I had one, took that one back, went and got another one, and then after I got another one, let me see, Ice Cube. Let me see, bring this to this week. Bam, this week. But I went and got another one, and then after I went and got another thing to put inside of it, so that could work. It started like that, and then all of a sudden it must grind itself to pieces. After that, then I ended up seeing another one. Okay, here you go. Okay, this one right here. Let's see what this one is first, and then. Here you go, right here. Oh shit, my bad. I shouldn't have shown this. Hey, I got one of them. I'm gonna be honest with you. They okay, but it's not nothing. You don't want to do all the time. It's not really work. It's cool, but it ain't.
To close the opportunity gap in this country.
Descendants of slaves, the ones who built this country, are being kind of forgotten in the fray.
Cube brought his contract to the two presidential campaigns. The Biden camp said they wanted to sit down after the election.
Right.
But President Trump's son-in-law and top advisor Jared Kushner.
Hey, man, that's cute.
They listened, heard what I had to say, and pumped up their plan and presented it to the people on September, I believe, 24th.
We call it the Platinum Plan.
2 weeks ago, Cube praised the president's Platinum Plan to invest $500 billion in Black community. That is when the backlash started. Some people called you a sellout. Some people said you were working with the dark side. He says he doesn't know whether he'll vote for Trump or Biden.
He over there working with the dark side.
Mellowed over the years?
I still think it's a bunch of stupid people that keep this system in place. But for the most part, I understand why it's there.
Whether Donald Trump is reelected or Joe Biden wins and becomes the new president, what are you going to be doing to try to push the system over the next 4 years?
They find pressure points. That's the only way you can push. My daddy told me a long time ago, no matter who's the president, you got to get up and go to work in the morning. And I always remember that. So no matter who's the president, I'm going to get up and go to work in the morning.
Right. Exactly. See, exactly what Q was saying. Like, he don't care about.
So according to studies, there's one food.
He don't care nothing about the politics situation of it, right? Only thing Q is more concerned about is the benefits of his people, right? And that's what I like about what Q is saying, right?
Our next guest is Ice Cube.
This is the one I had watched, right? So this is a re-reaction, right, of this interview with Ice Cube. Now, this is the one when he was with the backlash and he actually explained why. And when I heard this here, that's when I knew about the dude when he was the one that's on Biden campaign. After we finish watching this, I'm gonna stop and do little breaks in between it because with my little points and stuff like that on the Jacob topics, and I'm gonna find the other video with the black dude there's a part of Biden campaign that was his response. So when you see his response, you'll get the concept.
If you know anything about him, and you probably do, he started his career rapping in defiance about police presence and the realities of inner city life. And he got political with his songs as well recently during the Trump administration, most recently in 2018. Here's a taste.
Arrest the president. You got the evidence. That is Russian intelligence.
Now we see a shift. Now he wants to work with President Trump. Here's what the president had to say most recently about Black Lives Matter.
The first time I ever heard of Black Lives Matter, I said, that's such a terrible term because it's such a racist term. It's a term that sows division between blacks and whites and everybody else. And it's a very bad term for blacks. But they were very angry. It's a Marxist organization.
With all that going on and how the president continues to speak about there being no systemic inequality, it's no shock that Ice Cube got some heat for deciding to work with the Trump administration. He wants to deal with it. I want to understand it. So should you. So here is Ice Cube on Prime Time. Thank you for taking the opportunity, brother. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. Chris, your lead-ins are a little misleading.
How so?
Well, the Platinum Plan is not my plan. I came up with the contract with Black America, and I didn't run to go work with any campaign. Both campaigns contacted me. Both campaigns wanted to talk to me about the contract with Black America. One campaign said, we love what you have, but let's really dig into it after the election. And one campaign said, we love what you have. Do you mind talking to us about it? And that's what I did. So I didn't run to nobody. And so that was real misleading to me.
Well, I didn't say you ran to anybody. I said that you had taken a pivot.
Well, you said I ran over to the Trump team instead of the Biden team. That's just not true.
Well, but you are working with the Trump team instead of the Biden team, and people.
See, right there, when I was explaining the personality of Ice Cube, see immediately how he corrected him, like, look, that shit was misleading. This is not what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. And see, now old boy got to kind of clean it up, like, no, but it's clickbaity because that's how we had to do it. But saying, I know you just straightforward, Q, but just explain yourself and let us off the hook, please.
People giving you heat for it. What do you say to them?
See?
Well, I'm willing to work with both teams, but I'm just working with whoever is willing to work with me. So the Trump campaign came to me and asked me to explain to them some of the contract with Black America. That's what I did. I'm not playing no more of these games, these political games. We're not part of a team. We have very broad problems, especially the wealth gap in this country when it comes to Black Americans. So I'm going to whoever's in power and I'm going to speak to them about our problems specifically. I'm not going there talking about minorities. I'm not going there talking about people of color or diversity or none of that stuff. I'm going there for Black Americans, the ones who are the descendants of slaves. And that's what I'm going to talk to anybody who's in power with that. So if anybody got a problem with that, it seems like a personal problem.
Well, here's the problem, and it is very personal, as you know, for a lot of people of color, because they'll say, well, why would you pick Trump when he says there's no such thing as systemic inequality?
I'm not picking nobody. He's the president.
But why do you think he'd want to do something for the community when he says there's no such thing as systemic inequality?
I don't know what he want to do. I just know what the man said. I know what he said to the country. I've never met Donald Trump. So I don't know what he's going to do. I just know what he said he was going to do. So both of them have a plan. Both of them say they're going to do something. And who knows what's really going to happen after November 3rd. Nobody knows from each side. We're all hoping that candidates keep their campaign promises. Right. So that's just it.
So let's look at it this way. I think that you're right to be skeptical. Let's start with the Democrats, because even though there is a traditional connection between Black voters and the Democrats, you could also say you've been let down or forgotten by Democrats in a lot of situations that would have mattered. Then you say, all right, so then what makes one side better than the other? That's where you get in trouble, which is, do you really think that Donald Trump can be trusted as much as you could trust Joe Biden?
I don't think I'm not trusting any of them. I'm just going by action. That's all I'm going by. I'm not going by words. I'm not going by rhetoric, not going by media spin, not going by none of that. I'm not on nobody's team. I'm not on Team Blue, not on Team Red.
So then I have that wrong.
I'm an independent person, and I believe that's what Black people need to do, is become independent. Right. And we need to get something for our vote. That may not happen, but it's gonna happen.
It's got to happen. It's got to happen. Nothing changes if nothing changes. I look, if I had brought you here to fight with you, you would have known it. What I'm saying is, I think I did get it wrong, and I want to make sure I get it right. So saying you're working with the Trump team is wrong. What you did was, when they asked to talk to you about it, you said yes. If Biden had asked to talk to you about it now, you would have gone to them the same way. It's not about you choosing anything. It's you working with everybody who's got a chance of doing anything.
I'm working with whoever's in power. Yeah, I'll work with both. Whoever's in power, I'm going to work with. So whoever wins, they'll hear from me.
Okay, so I'm glad you came to clear it up. So Ice Cube is not with the Trump campaign. He's just giving his ideas, and anybody who wants to do something with him, fine. Do you believe they are doing anything with your ideas?
I believe, they looked at the contract with Black America and they updated their plan, but it's their plan. Now, I have my plan. My plan is broad. It goes beyond the public sector. It goes into the private sector, banks, even the movie industry. So we got to deal with a lot of different, companies, corporations, and even government when it comes to solving this problem. I believe it's a bipartisan problem. I believe it's a bipartisan problem when it comes to the issues, when it comes to Blacks in America and what's going on. It's not a Democrat problem. It's not for them to solve. It's not for the Republicans to solve. It's for both of them to solve. They do it when it comes to debt ceiling. They do it when it comes to getting us in wars. They seem to come together when it's something that really affects America. And I don't think nothing affects America more than the situation that Black Americans find ourselves in. This country is coming apart at the seams, and it's not going to come together after January 3rd, no matter who's the president, unless we deal with this wealth gap.
You have the economics. All of it extends from poverty, which is an extension of opportunity, which is an extension of a system that doesn't give equal opportunity. And you see it everywhere: hiring, education, finance, all of it. So acutely, we've been looking at what happens when policing goes wrong in communities. It doesn't give you concern that the president has handled police violence the way he has in terms of his commitment to work on any of the issues that you think are important?
We've been dealing with police violence in this country from day one. So police violence is just part of our life here. So, the thing is this: once we get some capital, we'll be treated better. This is a capitalistic society.
True.
And if you ain't got no money, you see how people get treated on the streets when they ain't got no money.
Not just money, wealth. Wealth. You got to be able to build up wealth within the community.
Yeah, to put it in greater terms. But, at the bottom line is, dollars bring dignity. And so everybody in America knows that. When you got a little more money, they treat you a little better. So we need to close this wealth gap. You got people, families making $120,000 or worth $120,000, and you got Black families worth $200. It's just an enormous wealth gap that keeps growing. It's not getting smaller. Do the research, and you'll see this is the problem in America. It's because Black people have no capital. We own half of a point when it comes to all the wealth in America. Half of a point. 13.5% people living off half of a point. We cannot survive in America another 100 years living like this.
The issue is real. The problem is properly identified. They do have access to capital of about $500 billion, but it doesn't say that it would be earmarked within the Trump plan for communities of color. But we'll see what you can get done. And I make you this promise. Not just because I'm a fan.
Not just because of that, right? See, those type of situations is why Cube is doing what he's doing, right? He putting the shit out there and he putting it straight forward, and this is how he's coming. He letting you know all of this stuff that's going on, all of this money that's up there, that these people struggling, that could be circulating in the community, is not being done simply because they want to play politics and hold on to this money. And Cube just saying, look, I don't care who it is, but can we get his money to the people that need it? Q got money. He could live comfortable for the rest of his life and have a house and water, lights and cable and the normal basic stuff that you need, toilet paper for the rest of his life. He could live comfortable for the rest of his life. So that means he's not just doing it for himself. He's doing it for everybody that's affected with the circumstance that he's talking about.
But the issue matters. As you learn and as you see action and reaction or inaction, you have a place on this show to discuss it. That's a guarantee.
I appreciate it, Chris. Yeah, I'll be back to discuss and let you know what I know, what I find out. But I'm gonna give it to you straight up.
It's the only way I take it. It doesn't go well any other way on this show. Ice Cube, I wish you the best. Stay healthy. Be well.
All right, man. Take it easy.
All right. We'll be right back.
Well, Q is hardcore. I got a cousin. He like Q. You know what I'm saying? On some hardcore, like he do type stuff like that. But yeah, but that's
live TV on your commute home.
Now y'all want to stop?
And once you get there,
let me hit this up. Get you away from me, like boom. Yeah, but Q was going in, but you get what I'm saying. I was looking for the video with the dude that's part of Joe Biden team that responded to Ice Cube, but then I was looking, they must have pulled it down because it was received so poorly that nobody wanted to hear anything about it, right? Or it was getting such bad press. So with that, let's see if we can find some more stuff about Cube. See if anybody else continue on our jacket for topics while we in here. I just keep seeing this here, so I just want, there's nothing. I'm not gonna even entertain it. But who else we got? Okay, Ice Cube. Okay, we find what D.L. Hughley had. No. All right, basically, there's a lot of these other videos is actually, let me see something right here. Well, with that, I digress. Let's go to something else. Let's go to oh yeah, Barack Obama. Man, that's why I had wanted to see. Let's see if they have something that said breaking President Obama's land after comment on Black America. Let's see what the news got to say about Obama. Barack Obama, what he had did was he had threw a shot at Trump, right? And when he threw that shot at Trump, man, he was like, Trump was jealous of the coronavirus because the coronavirus gets more attention than him.
They're searching the internet and there's
science. Yeah, searching.
There's surprise bills science. And there's knowing what you're going to pay.
I don't know about none of that.
President Obama back in Florida today campaigning for his former VP. It is his second trip to the state in the past few days. Today, the former president urged people to get out and vote. He also went after President Trump on COVID.
He's turned the White House into a hot zone. Some of the places he holds rallies have seen new spikes right after he leaves town. And over the weekend, his chief of staff said, and I'm quoting here, I'm not making this up. His chief of staff on a news program says, we're not going to control the pandemic. He just said this.
NBC News correspondent Garrett Hake is in Orlando, Florida.
You know, this is one of those that I cover pretty closely in my other job on Capitol Hill. 10 years in. Look, I mean, there's a huge division here between the issues that are animating Republican voters and Democratic voters. I mean, I go back and forth between covering the Trump campaign and the Biden campaign. And around the Trump campaign, it's economic issues. It's the idea of low taxes. And frankly, it's fear, but not fear of the virus, fear of the economic consequences should there be another shutdown. The president has gotten a lot of those Republican voters really stoked up on the idea that Joe Biden would come in and shut down their economy. You heard it even, frankly, from some of the pro-Trump protesters who are here. On the Democratic side, and, you know, perhaps, you know, this will be the question is whether this is the message that's appealing to independent voters as well. It is the virus. It's the president's handling of the pandemic. That supersedes everything. You know, when you cover President Trump, you can at times perhaps even forget about the virus. The president doesn't talk about it other than to complain about the coverage of it. And the rallies are people packed together, not wearing masks, just like they would have been in 2016. The cars are now gone, but this was a drive-in rally. People were socially distant by design. Only a few hundred people here to see a former president of the United States. I mean, this was built to be a reminder of the extraordinary times we live in, and that's part of the Democratic messaging here.
Garrett, we know it. Joe Biden, President Trump in a very tight race there in Florida. Biden up just 2% in the state. That is well within the margin of error, according to the latest CBS.
Jim Carroll was saying about Trump.
Jimmy, I'm the host of the show. Thanks for.
So I'm gonna skip right ahead because I know he's joking about it, but I just know we got to hear his joke. And after this, we're gonna have to
here he is after the game. The good news is he was wearing a mask or those N95.
So if you don't know who Boosie and Mike Tyson is,
he
man,
wasn't
these
wearing
two
it. But he had the mask on his ears. At least he wasn't holding the trophy that everyone touched. She knows. I wonder if anyone told her she's allowed to have a party and not post pictures of it. The backlash has been fierce. People really went nuts on this one. They're saying this could potentially derail Kanye's presidential campaign, which would be a shame. The election is 5 days away. Guillermo, did you vote last night like you said you were going to? No, you did not. We're going to the box after the show tonight.
Yeah, after the show, I promise.
Because of all the problems with the Postal Service, namely someone uprooting all the mailboxes, it's much safer, they say, to drop your ballot off at an official collection box to make sure it gets there in time. And this is proof. This is something I got delivered to my house yesterday. It's a Christmas card. I mailed this in December of last year. I guess it didn't have the apartment number on it, so they returned to sender. He's a Republican. Is that nice? People don't know that. A lot of people don't know that. People don't know that. Whenever he says a lot of people don't know that, it means he didn't know that. Trump had a...
All right, let's get to the second half of the show. You know how I get. If they ain't saying nothing interesting, we're gonna move on. So with that being, let's keep this party going and go to history with the second half of this is gonna be my reaction, a reaction video.
Hey everybody,
to the
welcome to another
and Webby. I mean not Boosie and Webby. I saw you saying Boosie and Webby for Lil Boosie and Mike Tyson interview, right? So we're gonna sit here and chill and check out the Boosie and Mike Tyson interview. And with that, I'm gonna give my live reaction of what's going on. And in the meantime of that, while it's going on, give me 1 second. I'm gonna re-up. And after I finish re-up and we going reaction. Ain't no sense stunt. Let's start the reaction now.
I'm telling you, this is Evan. I don't know this shit. This is like a bucket list for me.
Sit down.
I had punch out everything.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Hot Boxing. I'm Evan Britton.
And I'm Mike Tyson.
Mike, we got Boosie in the house, dog.
This is interesting.
And Mo3.
Interesting person.
Welcome to the Hot Box, fellas.
So what are we doing, Boosie? What's going on in your life? Didn't you just come home or something?
Yeah, I came home at like 15, 14. I've been just taking off ever since. I just been making music, I got my liquor, I got my clothing, I got my potato chips. I'm just grinding, Mike. I'm just.
No, but Boosie, check this out,
grinding.
right? Who are you? It's who are you? What happened? What happened to you to make you the way you are?
You know, I come from the slums. You know, Baton
No,
Rouge.
I know we all come from the slums,
Yeah.
but it's something about the slums. Like it's something. No, about. Let's talk about me. All right.
Hey, just to let y'all know, I'm gonna turn all the way up on this reaction. I fill my cup back up, fresh coffee. Everybody that's drinking with me, shout out, toast. You know what I'm saying? What's up, man? It's gonna be finishing our reaction to the to Boosie and Mike Tyson interview. Man, it's your boy Triple Cup Chuck. The crazy part about this is I'm from Louisiana too, so I'm gonna relate to some stuff that y'all might not. So I apologize if I'm laughing at a joke that y'all might not get. And if you need me to explain something, let me know so we can do this here. Man, what's good with it? Hold on, we about to get started right now.
Let's see. I'm from the slums too. You know what blew my mind when I had a hat. My mother bought me a hat in the 70s. The Robin Hood hat was a really fly hat to have. I must have been 9 or something, but for some reason I had an innate.
He's from the slums too.
Style. I like clothes. It's out of the blue. I like clothes, and somebody punched me in my face. He became my good friend too eventually, but he punched me in my face and took my hat, and that blew my mind. It blew my mind, and ever since then, I didn't understand world, and people would pick on me, take my money. I became not a nice person. I hurt people, and just really bad stuff. But what happened? How did you? That's who I am now. I'm an insecure kid. I'm really scared all the time, but everybody thinks I'm fucking fearless.
What changed me?
Yeah. What happened to you? Yeah. Why do you
have a hustler?
No, it's not.
Like
the way you are now. That has nothing to do with hustle. It's the way you are now caused you to hustle. Just the way you think. The way you think about yourself in the world.
I just think about always going further in the world. You know,
what's that? What's going further?
Further is just expanding. It's just making a better way for my kids. You know, I got a lot of hustle in me. I got a lot of hustle in me.
That's all this thought. That's it.
From always wanting when I was a kid. I always wanted when I was a kid. And
why did you want?
Because nobody in my family really had. So I always wanted to look like Calvin, the drug dealers and shit. And now I just got a hunger for one more. That's just a part of me. I always want more. Like I don't never settle for shit. I felt, you know, and then I came home from prison with nothing. And I came home with nothing. So I've been home 5 years and I'm just refreshed. You know, and I feel like prison made me a better man. It made me smarter. It made me a businessman. Yeah, good, Pat.
Hey, Mike Tyson is. Hey, that was the crazy part about this interview.
So
already look, Mike Tyson is so intimidating. He don't even. Man, imagine if Mike Tyson was your pops. Straighten your ass all the way up.
Oh, this
one word. Stop.
How do you feel about other people's feelings? You know, you offend a lot of people. You talk about fucking gay motherfuckers, homos, and faggots.
No. A lot of times I need to shut the fuck up. It's just.
Why don't you?
I don't know, man. It be hard. Like, you know, it be hard. My mama got on my ass yesterday, telling me I need to shut the fuck up. But when it be on my heart, I won't. You know, I gotta say something.
You know, sometimes if it's nice, I'm sure your mother said this is what everybody says. I don't need black people. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes, sometimes it's hard to say to yourself, you know, I don't like myself, but I don't know how to change. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't like myself for a long time because I did a lot of shit to people. That's just who I am. I'm an abused kid that abused people. Till this day, I haven't abused anybody, probably myself, but I'm still a predator. And you can't stop it. See that person. I didn't go all that way. All it was a survival mechanism makes us all predators. Make sure we stay out of everybody's way, the right people's way. Else be friendly with the right person so we can have power. get a collab. You know, that's just human nature. That happens without us even thinking. We do that without even thinking. So that's why I wanted. I always wanted to die. I always wanted to kill myself, but I couldn't kill myself. So now I got to deal with who I am. So I got to change myself. I got to find out who I am. I got to look into myself and find out who I am. And why do I say these things about certain people? You know, why do you say things about person that might be a homosexual? Why do you say that about them? Do you feel there's a possibility that you're a homosexual and you by disrespect them, you further yourself from being a homosexual or thinking you may like homosexuals?
Nah, I'm straight as an arrow. I'm just saying, you know.
I'm not saying you are, but why do you have? If you're straight, why do you?
I really commented on the Dwayne Wade situation because I got offended because it's a child. You know, that's why I really got offended. You know, and that's why I really said if it was a motherfucking 19-year-old, 18-year-old grown person, I probably wouldn't. I know I wouldn't have said nothing.
Why did you?
But I felt like you know,
I'm just saying, hey, you know, I'm not judging you.
Yeah.
Don't ever think I'm here judging you. I'm just trying to understand you.
Yeah.
And I got some demons.
You know, like the Terminator trying to understand you.
Yeah.
Okay, but just tell me why.
It was just like, you know, I just felt like, you know, that's a child. I feel like a child ain't at 12 can't make that decision. I feel like that's just how I felt, you know, and certain things I talk about on like that, I just felt like that was going too far.
I mean,
you know, you like
I agree with you.
You know, you calling him or her, you know, like that's just going too far. You know, at 12 years, always like.
What? Check this out. I agree with you 100%, right? I agree with you, right? I agree with you. But check this out. Who the fuck am I to say anything? We can't, you know, what I think don't mean a motherfucking thing. You know what I mean? But I got a big ego. I think I'm somebody that can help the world because I'm like Tyson. You know what I mean? I created this fucking image of I ain't Mike Tyson, who I am, whatever people think I am, but I know I put some scary shit out there. I know it's out there, you know, because I'm afraid. That's what kind of guy I am. We have to know who we really are. We think we know who we are.
Damn.
Who the fuck are we to make a comment about somebody's life? Who are you? What happened to you that you think that you're somebody to make a comment on somebody's life? I used to think that I can make a comment on somebody's life.
My mama said the same thing. But,
Yeah.
You know, she said, who am I? Think I could make a comment about somebody else's child. But, you know, I said it and I stand on what I said.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I said it. I said it and I stand on what I say. I just feel like,
you know what?
That's a
Myself,
12-year-old child.
I realize about myself, sometimes I can say, fuck, I'm wrong.
You married?
Huh?
You married?
Yeah, I'm married. And being married is a war too.
Yeah, I never been married.
But it's a war of love, you know?
Yeah.
Look, love is so inconceivable. It's free and it's all around it, but we think we have to pay for it. We think it's very difficult to have. We think if we don't do something great, like kill somebody for it, we can't receive it and buy it.
Do you ever feel like this, Mike? Like, since you're a king, even though you married, like, if that's your soulmate, why can't, when you feel that way, my wife, I have to go get me another woman.
Tell me about this. Let me hear this. I like this.
My wife, I have to go get me another woman when I feel like
Mike
that.
and boozy,
You know,
like, this
that's
is ridiculous.
You gotta
listen.
You gotta be like the motherfucking them wives at old. Whatever my man want, you provide it.
Yeah, Mike and boozy.
You gotta cook, clean, whatever he want, you provide.
I have the same mentality, nigga. I agree.
That's just for the thrill.
I agree.
You know. I come home to you. That's just for the thrill. We gonna fuck this bitch together. It's just love.
I know. Listen,
it's
right?
just love.
No, listen, right?
Like I couldn't control myself if I couldn't get my lust off in a marriage.
Nigga, I'm about to tell you something. Suppose your wife really she did it because of you, but now she's getting to a stage where she doesn't like it anymore.
Right. That comes with a lot of threesomes I do.
What do you do?
With my I bag off a little bit, then speed it back up. You know,
how do you feel about self-respect? Do you feel you have self-respect? And if you do, how do you feel self-respect is being a branch on yourself? How do you feel about self-respect? Do you know what self-respect is?
Explain it to me.
Huh?
Explain it to me.
I might have. Self-respect is the illusion of yourself. How do you feel about yourself? How do you feel you should be treated? How do you treat people?
I feel like
Mike Tyson is like, I ain't expecting him to be Bon V and nobody.
Those who are loyal to me, who deserve respect.
How does somebody do? This is interesting. I like you, man. Listen, I'm you, nigga. At one time, how did somebody deserve respect?
Man, Mike is
respect going. Respect going. How you, what you do for me. That's what I go on my respect for. Like, what the fuck do you do for me to get respect? You know what I'm saying?
What do you do to him to get respect?
I'm there for him. His kids go to jail. I got him. I feed him. I bond him out. Anybody, you know, I'm there for him.
Do you expect something back from doing that?
No, I just want my niggas not to turn. Just don't flip on me. I'm gonna put us in positions to get the money. I don't want them to flip.
Listen,
and a lot of times that shit came back and hunted me.
Listen, let me explain this to you. I'm older than you, right?
I'm
54. You can't pay nobody not to flip. It's in their soul to flip. It's in the DNA to flip it. They're not tough enough for this particular.
Yeah.
This is like me. I can't buy friends, nigga. I don't like myself, so I gotta buy somebody. I don't think somebody's gonna like who I am, so I hide who I am, and I pay people money. I see they like money. They like how I look. You know, they like the cars I drive, the houses I have. You know, I pay for that shit because I'm insecure. I'm afraid they won't like me if they know who I really am and the shit I really do or the shit I really like that might be weird to them.
Damn, I mean, I ain't believe Mike Tyson.
You really want to tell people who you are, but something's holding you back. That's why you do it in such a crazy way. Like, I don't give a fuck. It's something you want people to know, but you don't like it about yourself and you hope they don't judge you. You know, I miss who I am. I'm everything. I miss who the fuck I am, and I'm not ashamed of who I am. But it bothers me that I'm that way. Does that make sense? I'm not ashamed of who I am.
On the cool, it do. On air, I mean, you gotta be real to be able to admit
it. Why am I that way? I got an image of something that's just totally not what that is not about. I'm such a
mo3
contradiction and lie.
Stop being a gangster.
Contradiction and a lie to what I represent. That is, to what do I look like? The heavyweight former champion.
Let me tell y'all something that people don't know. I go into trap houses and people, you know, I done did out. Man, to me, who cares about out? I go in and I talk about Marvel, DC comic books, and we've been there like, man, people telling drugs. I'm talking about, man, let's go play the Xbox or the PlayStation, man. They got the new Spider-Man game come out. Or let's go get on some Madden or some 2K, stuff like that. You know, I talk like that. I never change my personality no matter who I'm with. I don't act like I'm gangster. And I be saying people they acting gangster, then come around me, we cooling and chilling and having fun, but you gangster. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying nothing about nobody in particular, but I'm saying that shit dead. That shit over with, man. People live like that ain't real. The reason why I say that because you gotta be real with yourself. And real with yourself, you would have all that animosity and anger built up. You gotta, you know what I'm saying, you gotta let that go. Especially if you're over 30.
What former champs represent, whatever manlyhood is from my fist. That's just who we are. America's that way. That's why I'm that way. We take what we want. America takes what they want. And that's the same toxic energy that guys that are immature and insecure we feed on. The toxic masculinity. To hide who I really am. Keep it real, nigga. We respect them niggas that are killing. So when we see them, we don't think of nothing negative to them because we want to be that image. We want people to feel the way we feel, to feel about us the way we feel about him. Fear.
Yeah.
We want people to fear us. I come from a place where I want fear. Look at my career. I thrived off of fear because I was afraid. Yeah. I wanted people to fear me.
Yeah, you say you knew you was gonna beat him when you looked in his eye. When you say you knew it was over when he looked in his eye as soon as he got in the ring. I say, damn, Tyson had the motherfucker. He say when I looked in their eye as soon as I got in the ring, I knew it.
my brother it's like prison. You know who's the bitch.
Yeah.
You know who the bitch is.
Yeah.
I don't care how much muscles he have, how big he is, you know who the bitch is.
Yeah.
Right.
Just like the yard.
Yeah.
You think that you ever have some kind of kindness to people and their feelings?
I guess
can you ever apologize to somebody? Is there anybody you
yeah,
apologize to?
Yeah, I apologize to Dwayne Wade. You know, I ain't. You know, I meant what I said, but I shouldn't have said the shit about your child. But, I meant what I said.
You have children?
Yeah.
How many?
8.
Ooh, me too. I have 8. 8 children. Shit. I'm so when I was young, I was so in love with my dick. You know, I was just so in love with my dick when I was a kid. That's why I have 8 children. Oh, this is a beautiful blunt. It's just, you know what? It's just the blunt brings me back to fucking the beginning. There are people who don't smoke blunts, much.
Yeah, we should.
These fucking blunts just bring me back to like, fuck. Thank you very much. Do you sell these shit? Are you in this business?
Nah, I'm trying to get in. I got a couple dudes trying to make me a couple strands and shit, but my shit got a hit, Mike. But I heard you got all them damn makers. I'm a marketing genius. We can make some money together.
I do a lot of good stuff. Know what would be even awesome marketing for you? If you were kind and considered people's feelings to be worthy of listening to.
You gonna be my helper with that.
No, because see, you're worthy.
Hey, if anybody can get anybody, I believe Mike Tyson get young boy mine right too.
I got feelings, I don't want people to think I ain't got no motherfucking feelings for nobody, like especially for the gay community. My tour manager gay. I got cousins who gay.
No. Listen, you love everybody.
Yeah.
You just don't love yourself.
Sometimes
you're a good man. No, I know you're a good man. You're like me. I'm a good man. You're a good man. You just have to believe you're a good man. You don't have to make nobody happy. You don't have to kiss nobody's ass and stuff. But you have to let people know that you're a good man. And every time somebody makes you mad, that means they're your master. They control your emotion. They control your feel. How this motherfucker gonna make you feel a certain way? Because they might say you're a nigga. So how you gonna let somebody control your life and your emotions, your mood? You're not gonna live long. We're not living long. Human beings don't live long after this. Why do we want confrontation? When you look at a guy like me, if I didn't have confrontation, I was nobody. And if I beat everybody and I scared everybody to confront me, I find the enemy. I find somebody to fight. I fight myself. That's all I knew was fighting, confrontation, and chaos. I was addicted to chaos. That's what you addicted to. Chaos is fun too. It gets my dick hard. Chaos. Woo! If fucking I'm in the paper, I hit that nigga. I beat the reporter. I did this, and that. I fucking paid $10 million to this fucking dickhead that never saw $40 in his life. And I did this, and I just became an asshole because I was addicted to chaos. People said, "This is a crazy nigga." I wasn't. It was like drugs. I was addicted to just being an asshole and getting in trouble and seeing my name being a loser and stuff. And just tearing yourself apart is just as much powerful as building yourself up. That was the biggest thing in the world. Fuck you, nigga. You ain't shit, nigga. I know who you are. You got these white people fooled. You ain't shit, nigga. Your parents are pimps and poor. You're nothing, nigga. You better sit on your knees. You better pray, motherfucker. This fame shit is how the sky's high. Get away from life. But life keeps hitting you and you have to obey it. It just keeps hitting you when you try to avoid it. You want to avoid life? Let me take your daughter away. Let me take your son away. When you go to face life, man, let me take your wife away. When you go to face this shit.
Hey, the way I feel right now, this is what I would love to see, right? In this moment, all this stuff here, if you were a gangster, and in this moment right here, and you're going to say, that's cool, but I'm a gangster. Right? One more hour. I'm a gangster, right? That's, if you could feel like that, you know what I'm saying, being real, that's how you could tell the difference between when people be acting like they're gangsters. It's a duplicate clone of trying to be like somebody else because that's not original. It's the 90s. Trust me, being a gangster is the 90s.
Nigga, you bitch.
Well, what you call gangster?
He looked at me and said, "Oh, this is my nigga, Mike. He's a bad nigga. I'm not nobody to be proud of. And I know you say, yeah, we're a street nigga. No, nigga.
You're a legend to me.
No, nigga. Listen. You know, I respect that too, right? But listen, to be that, you know, nobody would want to go through what I went through to become that, whatever this stuff is, legend shit, whatever it is that make people want to say, hey, we love you, you're our God, whatever that stuff is, that is suffering. Yeah. Well, that is suffering, nigga. Making you bitter and trying to find a way to forget your pain and just enjoy the moment because death is very close and shit. We have to become, and not only that, we have to become friendly with death. We can't just wait for it to come. We have to be ready to accept it because then we're going to suffer. God's not going to take us if we're not willing to accept it. You ever think about that? You ever think about dying? No, dying with respect. I know you wanted to try. Look, all that shit you did trying to kill yourself and you're still alive. That means that you have to change your life and reach your highest potential. It's in you, motherfucker. You're just afraid. Don't be afraid. It's in you to be a beautiful man in the world to respect you for just being a gentleman and being kind to yourself. We don't know how to be kind to us. I thought being kind to myself was fucking a lot of girls and buying a bunch of cars and planes and stuff.
Real talk.
I thought that was being nice to myself.
Mic dropping
being
real
nice to
shit.
myself was just being grateful for what I had and not wanting anymore. What did I do? I lost all that shit and people stole and stuff. I didn't know what the fuck I wanted that stuff for. I was just taught that if you had that, your life would be changed. You would be happy if you had all that stuff. I didn't know happiness was in between my brain. I didn't know that. I thought happiness was things. You know, you got a lot of things. You don't seem pretty happy sometimes. You're really cantankerous. You know, when I used to have that shit, I used to be mean. I used to look at a nigga. I wish a nigga would take my shit. That would just put me in that mood. Because I know what it's like to be beat up and taken shit from. I took shit from people. I used to know that world. And if somebody takes something from you, you're a bitch. If you see him around and you don't kill him. That's my world. If somebody takes something from you and they don't kill you, and you see him around and you don't do nothing, you're a bitch. Somebody might just kill you for that. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. That's the world I come from. Somebody else that don't even have nothing to do with this guy, you don't even know this guy, but you just know your situation. You say, boom, kill that. You don't even deserve to live. Because somebody took something from you and you don't do nothing back, you're nothing. That's the world I'm from. Yeah. Can you believe that shit? I'm gonna kill you because you don't want to take your shit back or you don't want to confront him about your stuff that he took from you. That's just the way. That's the way. I guess everybody that did that has been taken advantage, been hurt, been manipulated, been sexually involved. And these guys are savages now. You know, this guy could have never been taken advantage. Nobody could have never done nothing to this guy. Every time people come and see him in the neighborhood, they're afraid when they see him. This guy's, you know why he's that way? Because he's been abused. He's been hurt. So now he has to be the king of the fucking jungle so that won't happen again. Right? That's how it goes in our neighborhood, right?
That's how it is with me. Like I done lost all my friends.
Well, listen.
Both of my best friends.
Why are you still here though? You never looked at it from that perspective. You never looked at why am I still here? That's why I said, why am I still here? Because I haven't reached my highest potential to be the best I possibly could be. And by being that sometimes alienate you away from people who loves you. You know? Because really in life, everybody wants confrontation. They think they think they're rational. They think they got the brain. They think they know everything. But what they want is confrontation. They want to fight. Because fighting is more important than making love. You know? That's just fight because I want to be right. That's what people's main objective. I want to be right. Being right is more important than being happy. You know, I want to be right. But me being right means.
Hey, he said that it resonated. It resonated to me because I was in a situation where I felt like that. I'd rather be right than happy. Now it's more about being happy than right. Because once you grow to being a man, you realize when a man is not what you think the woman want, you know, a woman want to fall in love and stuff like that. But a man needs to be happy so he can stay focused on his objectives of what he's trying to do. I mean, it's a big difference. It got a lot. It's a deep rabbit hole. But for that moment, I digress. Let's continue.
Smart, because I'm right on everything. And I want people to think I'm smart because I want to be in that crowd of smart people. I want to be accepted by them. The thugs, I act like an animal, so I want to be accepted by the animal crowd, the thug life crowd, whatever it may be. That's who I want to be accepted by, the way I conduct myself. I'm conscious of my preeminence because this is what I want to be accepted. I'm really.
All right. The only thing about this situation right now is I want to make a part 2 to this here because I don't want to just play the whole video out straight out and direct like this here. But at the same time, man, this is so much jewels that's back to back to back to back that I want to bring this back to my people because a lot of people haven't heard about the situation and the jewels that Mike Tyson is dropping to boosie right now is like mind blown because I didn't expect this, to be honest with you, because it has to put me in more of a mind frame too. And we need more strong black men like how Mike Tyson is like, hey, I'd have been through this, did this, you know, the young kids gotta, like I always said this, it's gonna take somebody from the hood to tell somebody from the hood. You get what I'm saying? You can't be like, oh, the ones and zeros say if you'd have did this here, but they don't get it. It's not like that. It's a certain mentality and it's a certain way, and it's a certain way you have to do things because you have to think about it that the way of living, it alters your perspective of life. So your perspective of life is altered in this perspective. Theirs might be like this, mine might be like this one might be like that, but it's all different perspective of life. So that's what might be going on, and you need a person that, like Mike Tyson. You think Boosie finna sit there and say, "Oh, I'm and Mike Tyson, man, shut up. I'm an OG around here. Like, you know, you can't do nothing but respect. At the end of the day, that's how men supposed to be, and men talk. But if people don't understand that, that's why we're in the circumstances and the situations that we in this day here. But everybody got their opinions, and I would like to know what yours is. And I will be back. I might do this tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, man, come back, man. Leave a couple comments, you know what I'm saying? Let me know y'all want to finish saying this. Cool. Matter of fact, I might up the stakes on this situation just because I'm seeing all these jewels in this and it need to be spread all around a lot more to more people and dissect it a hell of a lot better. But anyway, let's go ahead and get up out of here, man. This your boy Triple Cup Chuck, and I'm up. And remember, I don't do this for me, I do this for we. So like, share, subscribe, man. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me, man. It's all love, man. If y'all are drinking some with your boy, hit that like button. Let me know what's good. Leave some of these comments so we can push this in the algorithm so other people can see this here and they can come in tomorrow and they can join into the conversation. I'm gonna do some promotion because, man, this is some jewels, and I'm probably started off with this. I might give people a little time to build the end, and then the afternoon times that people don't know. What I like to do is talk about like real news and things like this here that's going on, and then after the afternoon times and evening time, I'm gonna talk more about movies and TV shows and video games like the Marvel's Avenger or whatever that's coming to Xbox Series X or the PlayStation 5 and different things like that. Or what I just heard about Wally West, the character that played Wally West, that's going on inside of the DC TV show and stuff like that. We're gonna talk about all these things, man. We don't just have no one particular box we stand in, man. We hold this whole thing down. Like I said, we can talk about the flat Earth theory to do gravity exist, to aliens, to anything. You know what I'm saying? This is synergy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what that means. It's not about me. It's about we. Collective mind thinking. Ooh, all that spaceship shit. But man, that was very entertaining. At least from my perspective. Hope y'all enjoyed yourself as much as I did because that's why I'm coming back. We're going to be doing it up. Yeah, and I'm out of here. Peace, love, and all the other good stuff. Man, don't forget to drink something.